Detailed news, unparalleled coverage. City News on 97.3 FM.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
City News.
It's 17:30 GMT. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 City FM. I am Umaru Sanda Amadou. Tonight, I'm here with
Ejibi Wiafe Akente.
And coming up over the next 90 minutes, Kumasi to come to a standstill tomorrow as Menshia climaxes funeral of late Asante Hima Nana Makonedu Yadom III. Also, coming up on Eyewitness News, Bank of Ghana slashes policy rate to 21.5% from the 25% it initially was at. And later on Eyewitness News, railway workers to embark on strike at the end of this month over what they say is 1 year salary arrears. Stay with 97.3 City FM for more on this and many other stories on Eyewitness News. And in business,
Ghana's producer price inflation drops to 3.0% in August.
That's in 15 minutes from the City Business Desk. Eyewitness News is live across Ghana on a number of affiliate stations, including Nobia FM 98.1 in Nalerigu, Quality FM 88.7 in Garu, Radio Gaki 88.3 FM in Saboba, Freedom FM 88.1 in Sogakopa, Heritage 107.3 FM in Hohwe, Adwinpa FM 99.9 in Kawiye, Greener 95.9 FM in Sunyani, and in Takrady on Beach 105.5 FM and Sky 93.5 FM. You can also watch the news on YouTube and on Facebook and follow the discussion by sending your messages on 0549 986 996. 0549 986 996. You can also send tweets using the hashtag Eyewitness News and mention my handle at Umaru Sanda. Let's start off from the Ashanti Regional Capital, Kumasi now. Hafiz Tijani is our Middle Belt Bureau Chief and is joining us. Hafiz, you're welcome to Eyewitness News. So all week long has been the final funeral rites of the late Asante Hima. Describe for us the past few days since they started the funeral and then tomorrow being the climax.
So from Monday, we had individuals and groups who were filing past and also paying their last respect to the Queen Mother, the late Queen Mother. They are trooping to the Menshia Palace. So from Monday, we had some of the roads that were restricted. So going towards the Menshia Palace, there were some barricades that were erected and vehicles were redirected into the main Kumasi Central Market and also the KGTR Market. So we had some political party reps, we had MMDCEs, we had members of parliament, we had the religious groups, we had the schools, and we had also some corporate organizations who were going to the Menshia Palace. And it was marked with colorful cultural display as usual for the Asante Kingdom when some of these activities have been held. So you see all the paramounts within the kingdom, they are coming in with their subjects, traveling even outside of the Ashanti region. You know, the Otunfo has his jurisdiction to areas in the Ahapo region, the Bono, parts of the Bono region, and parts of the Western North region. So all of them are coming to the Menshia Palace as part of these activities.
But the funeral itself, or the big funeral itself, when is it? Because we are told that tomorrow no soul is supposed to be on the streets of Menshia. We've seen videos on social media where the chief executioner of the palace is asking people not to be outside tomorrow or risk being slaughtered, literally, based on the sign he was indicating. When is the funeral itself then?
Well, strictly, that will be in the night, that no soul should be found anywhere close to where the rites will be performed. So, there will be a procession from the Menchia Palace heading to the Bantama Bemu, which is called the Royal Museum. So there will be some activities there. Then they will proceed to the final resting place of the late Queen Mother, the Santehima, which is also the Breman Royal Museum. So for the morning, people can go to Menchia. They can go to observe whatever is going to be done there, because we are expecting dignitaries, including the President of the Republic, former presidents, former vice presidents, to be part of this event. That will be that big event at Menchia from morning to evening. So from the evening, from 6, where the activities will be starting, that is where they are saying that everyone, for no reason, you shouldn't be outside, because they are going to be marking these activities until late night, when the late Queen Mother will be sent to her final resting place. But in the morning, schools are not supposed to open. All schools within the Greater Kumasi area and parts of the Ashanti region will close, and that directive has already gone. The Menchia Palace issued that directive, and school owners, private schools and public schools, they have also issued a notification to all parents that they will not be school tomorrow. Banks are not also supposed to open tomorrow. So today, when you go to some of the banks, I went around to check. Some of the banks were actually tight. People were coming to the market center. So markets also are not supposed to open. We know we have the big market, the KJTR market, the Edum, the Central Business District, the Kumasi Central Market as well. So people who come from outside of Kumasi to shop, they were doing that today ahead of tomorrow. They don't want to be inconvenienced, so they have come to buy their items, and knowing well that the shops are not going to open.
Okay.
And people who had transactions to do at the bank, they had gone to do it. But there are some of the exempted institutions, like the hospitals, like other institutions like the security services, and also the ministries. They are not part of this directive. But the Ashanti Regional Coordinating Council is also issuing a directive to them to ensure that they have their ID cards, they travel with identifiable vehicles from their work areas, and they should also ensure that they comply with the directive from the Menchia Palace.
Thank you so much, Hafiz Tijani. He's our Middle Belt Bureau Chief. Let's go to the President's representative in the township, the Municipal Chief Executive, Metropolitan Chief Executive for Kumasi, Richard Oforiajiman Bwedi, is joining us on the line. Mayor, you're welcome to Eyewitness News.
Omar, good evening.
How are the preparations going, or the final funeral rites going?
Let me say good evening to your listeners, and especially to my boss, Ahmed. We have had it go according to exactly how we planned it. We have not recorded any incident. Everything has gone according to plan, and so far we can thank the good people of Kumasi, and for that matter, Ashanti region, the chiefs and the people who have come from far and near for their cooperation.
What's the level of collaboration between the political authority which you had and the traditional authority which the Otumfuo had in relation to this funeral?
Okay, so over here, everybody that works, irrespective of where you work for the authority of the Otumfuo. So all of us who are political heads here, we work under the authority of the Otumfuo, and it's directions that we carry out with our responsibility. We had a committee that had members of government, security agencies, and traditional authorities that planned this whole 4-day event. So it's one that we have done together, and I think so.
Hello, Mayor. I've lost you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Good. Now, is it a curfew that has been imposed in Kumasi? What kind of situation do you have tomorrow?
Okay, so what we have tomorrow is that this 4-day event is a spiritual one for those of us who are Ashantis, and for anybody that lives within our jurisdiction, you are duty bound to obey our custom and our practices. So what is happening tomorrow is the spiritual ceremony that is going to take place. And you know, with spiritual things, nobody has to go to it with a physical eye. So tomorrow we are placing a spiritual embargo on every activity beyond 5 p.m. But before then, the Asante Hema is the owner of all the markets, and she is visiting Burma. So if the owner of the market is visiting Burma, there's not going to be any trading activity within the traditional authority of the Asante Hema.
I see. So the curfew, which I want to describe the situation as, is not necessarily from morning till evening. It's just as in the evening. So it's not like the whole of tomorrow you cannot go and buy fufu or wache in Kumasi.
Okay, so what is happening is that tomorrow is the climax of this 4-day celebration. We are going to receive the president, the former and government officials, the two sitting former presidents, the sitting former vice presidents, members of the diplomatic corps, the clergy, to undertake the burial service for the late Asante Hema. And so anybody within our jurisdiction can come to Mensha Palace to partake in the event. But then it will come to an end after 5 p.m. Once the burial service comes to an end after 5 p.m., then Nana Hema will begin her journey to Bermain from Mensha Palace to the Bemu at Bantima, close to Konfanoche. And it is a spiritual exercise. So we do not want to meet anybody who is part of that spiritual exercise on the road whilst we embark on that journey. So after 5 p.m., we expect anybody and everybody in Kumasi to be indoors.
Oh, okay. So now I get it. So it means that tomorrow in the afternoon you can move around and do your personal stuff, or that's also not allowed?
No, you can do your personal stuff, but you can't visit any market because no shop will be allowed to be opened. No trading activity will be allowed to take place. Pharmacies and hospitals can operate, but beyond pharmacies and hospitals, nobody can do any other activity, even during the day.
Fuel stations?
Fuel stations, maybe they can operate, but after 5 p.m. they cannot.
Okay, so what I want to understand is that so tomorrow you can move to the Mensha Palace if you want to go and watch the funeral, take part in the activities. But
we expect them to come in their numbers. We expect our citizens and all our shanties and our well-wishers to come in their numbers to mourn with us as we commit the journey of Nana Hema towards the mind to its final processes.
It's important you make this clarification because many thought that the quote-unquote curfew is from morning. In fact, the whole of Thursday do not get out of your house because people kept asking, okay, what if I want to go and buy food? What can I do and all of those things? So you're saying that it is not
going to be selling food.
So you can't even get anywhere to buy from.
You can't go anywhere to go and buy food because that would be a trading activity. People are not going to be allowed to go and buy anything. So whatever you need to feed yourself, you must get it now.
I see.
Get it before today ends.
So the partial lockdown is during the day, but the full lockdown is in the evening from 5 p.m.
Yes, so in the day it's a partial lockdown, just as you have perfectly described it. You can come to Mensha Palace. You can come and participate. You can come and bid your final farewell to Nahima. Immediately we begin the journey, which starts from when the funeral service ends. Head to your home. As soon as the funeral service by the GD church ends, head to your various homes.
So by what time? Okay, by what time do we expect that the procession go into the the area for the burial? You mentioned that.
The procession will go to Bantima Bem.
Good. So
it will move. The procession will start from Mensha Palace through the Dr. Mensah area to KJTR to Bantima Bem, where the entrance of the Konfanoche Teaching Hospital.
People start coming out after what's the anticipated time of concluding this procession and
by
possibly
5 p.m. By 5 p.m. every ceremony would have ended.
I mean so it starts from 5 p.m. tomorrow evening. By what time can people start coming out on the streets?
You can come out the next day in the morning.
Oh, so it's all night long event.
It's because you don't know when Nananom are going to return from Bemu in Bermain.
Which means that the dignitaries who are coming for the funeral service tomorrow and all people who are onlookers, perhaps, or citizens of Asantiman are not allowed to follow that procession
No.
So the procession to Bantama is...
Even me, who is a polka head of the city, I am not allowed to be part of the procession.
So you said you'll be in lockdown tomorrow?
Yes. So fortunately for me, I live at Kofu, which is very close to the palace. It will not take me more than 2 minutes from the palace to my house. So immediately the procession begins, I head straight to my house.
Otilo? In fact, Atasa is what I actually wanted to say, not Otilo. I like that.
I head to my house.
What would be the consequence of a person defying this directive? Would the person be punished under the laws of Ghana, i.e. the Constitution, the various acts, or the person will be punished under a Santiman law?
Okay. The consequences may be such that you may not live to tell your story.
That is cutting off the head.
I do not know about that, but I'm saying that it's a spiritual exercise. Let no human make any attempt to go and have an encounter with a spiritual activity. The spirit may overcome you, so don't go and try it.
Thank you. I'm glad I'm not in Kumasi tomorrow. Because my curiosity may kill this cat. Thank you so much for speaking to us.
You're welcome, brother. That's
Richard Oforiajiman Bwedu. He's a mayor of Kumasi, speaking to us about the funeral of the final funeral service of the late Asante Hima tomorrow happening, and the information to the general public and communication has been issued by the various authorities that tomorrow during the day, if you don't really have anything to do, which reminds me of the motto at the entrance of the military camp in my village at Asuchari, the 64 Military Battalion. It says, if you do not have anything to do, do not do it here. That is a huge signage at the entrance of that military camp. It says, if you don't have anything to do, don't do it here. And that is a warning to you tomorrow. If you don't have anything to do, don't do it in Kumasi.
Detailed news, unparalleled coverage. City News on 97.3 FM.
A message from the Ministry of Education. It's time for the computerized school placement for senior high schools and technical vocational training schools. This process will run in September 2025. Remember, securing a school placement for your child is absolutely free. Please do not pay money to anyone, whether a ministry official or a third party, for this service. If you encounter a person asking for money, report them immediately to the Ghana Police Service or the Office of a Special Prosecutor, OSP. You can also reach out to the CSSPS Secretariat on this call number 0541 548 223. You can also WhatsApp 0244 908 957. Your cooperation helps us ensure a fair process for every student.
Luck is everywhere for everyone. Yeah.
The winning season is back, but this time I am collecting the wins like jollof at a wedding. The luckiest season 3 is here. Your chance to flip your luck, or maybe your bank accounts too.
2 easy ways to join. Dial *712#. Hit 1 to buy for you, or 2 to gift a friend. Feeling lucky? Pick 1 for a random number, or hit 2 to choose your own. Pay with mobile money. Done. You're in.
Or go to the luckiestafrica.com, click community tickets, choose your number, or let the system do so for you. You can buy a ticket for your boo or your favorite barber. Pay with Momo or card if you're abroad.
1 ticket could turn your 1 Ghana Cedi into 500 times more, and the whole community could win 10 times over.
Dial *712# or log on.
Let's get lucky together, because luck is everywhere.
Play responsibly, not for persons under 18 years. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Are you feeling tired after a hard day's work? Have you lost your appetite even for your favorite dish? Viral Blood Tonic is a nutritionally balanced, pleasant-tasting tonic fortified with iron and vitamins to boost your appetite and energy levels for high performance. Viral Blood Tonic, easy to take and good for the family. Viral from Danex Iting Starwin PLC. If symptoms persist after 48 hours, consult a physician. This advert is FDA approved.
If you know these sounds, you didn't just live through the 90s. You lived the experience. Back then, connection took minutes. Today, it takes a blink. You express yourself with memes. You hold video calls across continents. You say hey to an AI who responds,
"Hello, Kwame."
You order rides, dinner, and dreams all from the palm of your hand. A lot has changed, so have we. For over 3 decades, EcoBank has evolved with you, leading digital banking in Ghana and across 33 African countries, pioneering solutions built around how you live, move, and dream today. From our express points to EcoBank Pay, online banking, and the mobile app, we are where you are. Here for today, ready for tomorrow. Now, that's change, powered by EcoBank.
EcoBank, a better way to bank your way. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Gugomi, at what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car? No, I not change my car. It be the same, right? It be the fuel where I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so. This is the type of fuel where they want to. Cause now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir. Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind says, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open there. Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel? Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you. Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside? I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small. Go. Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
You're welcome back. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. We are broadcasting from our studios in Accra. I am Umaru Sandamadu here with the Jubi Wiafe Kenton. We are going to move now and talk about the central bank. But before then, do I have my messages ready? If I do, let me just take some of the messages before we go to the next story. Actually, we'll do that. Okay, good. Akapo Jr. in Afomim says, funeral is always seen as an avenue to promote peace and harmony in society. May the peaceful demise of our great queen bring lasting peace in the Ghanaian society. This one from Jones Aduboyinla says, good evening, Omar. Rich, colorful display of culture and tradition will be at its best tomorrow. May Nanahima rest well. You see, Gastiman in Brekum says, okay, it's talking about NDC. I'm not sure if this is related to any of the stories we are bringing you tonight. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. Ejubi, what do we have?
The Bank of Ghana's Monetary Policy Committee has lowered its benchmark policy rate by 350 basis points to 21.5%, citing a steady decline in inflationary pressures. The reduction is the second major cut this year as the central bank seeks to stimulate credit growth and support economic recovery.
Let's understand exactly what that means. Professor Patrick Asumin is an economist. Prof, you're welcome to Eyewitness News.
Thank you. Good evening and good evening to listeners.
Good evening to you. So the central bank governor has spoken, policy rate reduced or slashed. First of all, what is policy rate? How consequential is that on my person or my personal economy?
Okay. So the monetary policy rate in a sense it tells us how the central bank deals with the commercial bank. Deals with the commercial bank in the sense that if a commercial bank needed some funds from the central bank to to lend to you, then the central bank will lend to the monetary policy, will lend to that commercial bank at the monetary policy rate plus 3 percentage points. But that 3 percentage points is fixed. So it means that every time the central bank, or every time the monetary policy rate changes, the rate at which the central bank is dealing with commercial banks changes by the exact percentage. So what this means is that it is affecting how the central bank deals with the commercial bank. And that will also translate into how the commercial banks lend money to people. So currently we have what we call a formula for banks to compute what we call the Ghana reference rate, which is the base rate for computing interest rate on lending. And the monetary policy rate has a weight of 40%. So now that the central bank has cut the policy rate by 350 basis points, or 3.5 percentage points, it means that if nothing else changes, the rate at which banks are lending to businesses and customers will reduce by about 140 basis points, or 1.4 percentage points. So all things being equal, if nothing else changes, you should expect that this reduction will mean that when you go to the bank to borrow, if nothing else changes, they should reduce how much they are charging you, the interest that they are charging you.
Okay, so it means things are getting better for the BOG. BOG is transferring that to the banks, and the banks are expected to transfer that to us. How different is this from the lending rate?
So I initially mentioned something called the Ghana reference rate.
Yes.
So that is the base. So if you go to a bank for a loan, that is the starting point. So then the Ghana reference rate is the same for all banks. So when you or I go to the bank to look for credit, they will start from there. And then they will assess your own credit worthiness, the likelihood that you default. And then they will add a risk premium to it. And that will be the lending rate you face. So when you go to a bank to borrow, the interest rate you are facing primarily is made of two components: the Ghana reference rate and your own individual risk premium, reflecting the likelihood that you are going to default. Okay. So the reduction in the policy rate is a big part of how interest rates are computed for bank clients.
Let's talk about stability. Is it not too early for the BOG to do this, considering that even though the cedi has been stable, there are watchers who think, well, there's still some volatility in the background which may be triggered very soon. And so is it enough time, do you think, enough waiting time for the BOG to reduce or lower this benchmark so that we will not have to do another reset, say, in a few weeks to come?
So you have to understand that even before this reduction, this 350 basis points reduction, in the previous meeting, there was also a 300 basis points reduction. So in the July meeting, they reduced it by 300 basis points. And now they've added another 350 basis points. So that is, in that 2-month period, that is a substantial cut. Now, when the central bank or the monetary policy committee is deciding what they should do with the monetary policy rate, there are two main considerations: what is happening, or what is likely to happen to economic activity versus what is likely to happen to inflation, that is price stability. So if the central bank judges that, so those two also tend to work in the short term, they work opposite. So what it means is that you are weighing the risk on two things. So if the central bank assesses the data on the economy and feels that it's likely that inflation will go up, then they are likely to increase the rate. If they assess and they feel that on the balance there's a higher risk on growth compared to inflation, then they will reduce the rate. So in essence, what they have done now is suggesting that they are thinking that inflation is likely to come down. So it's important for them to support the growth. Now, to your question, I think that if you look at the data we are seeing now, the economy is growing faster than expected. If you look at the growth that has been released, the growth number that was recently released by the Ghana Statistical Service, the economy grew the fastest it has grown since 2019. At the same time, however, the inflation rate is also coming down. So in this case, the two things that you fear, so if you weigh both, you think that both are on strong footing. However, the central bank has decided that in spite of the fact that, ordinarily you say that there's a balance, many people would have expected that perhaps they would have kept the rate. But they've decided to reduce it. I personally think that it is quite aggressive. Even if there was going to be a cut, considering that at the previous meeting there was a substantial cut, I would have expected that even if there was going to be a cut, it would be rather moderate. So, because you notice that on the inflation side, even in the press release, the MPC did acknowledge that the discussion around the utility tariffs is likely to bring some pressures on the inflation rate. And Imaru, you also notice that in recent times, the currency is depreciating somewhat. It's depreciating a little bit. Many people, including myself, will think that that is a correction that should happen. But we know that every time the currency depreciates like that, fuel prices are going to go up, and it will take some time for it to have a pass-through effect on the inflation rate. So on the basis of all of this, I would have thought that perhaps the central bank would have kept the rate unchanged and observed the effect of the last round of reduction, or even if they were going to cut it, would have been more moderate. But
so there should have been some certainty before the reduction.
That is what I would have expected that they would have done, because you see, when you cut the policy rate in a particular month, it takes some time. Sometimes it might take up to 12 months before its full effect might be felt through the economy. So on the basis of that, you want to wait and see what the last round of cuts has done before you decide to cut more aggressively as they've done.
Can there be an automaticity to this so that immediately we see the reduction or decline in inflationary pressures, there should be an automatic trigger so that we don't have to wait for an MPC meeting before this announcement is done? Can that be possible? Or you hold a view that it should not be automatic because you cannot guarantee stability? Give it time before you make the announcement, even if you would make it at all.
I don't think making this automatic is feasible. I don't think there's any country that has that. In macroeconomics, there's something we call Taylor's rule, which you can use to infer, given a particular percentage change in the inflation rate, what the growth impact is, and then work back towards what the changes in the monetary policy rate should be. But, those measures are backward-looking, and the decisions about the monetary policy have to be forward-looking. So you can't say, every time I see inflation rate of this, I should automatically cut or change the policy rate by that, because note that the discussion is not just about the inflation we are seeing, but you have to look at things that are coming up and what are the likely implications. So if you have such a rule that has an automatic formula, it will not be forward-looking enough to see things that may not have been captured in the data yet. So I think this, having a discussion, getting a broad view of different things happening in the economy and making that decision, I think that's the right thing to do.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. But before you take leave of us, there's a story I just want to ask your view on. It is the central bank governor again speaking, and he says, and there's a story on our website, it says, where is the anxiety coming from? BOG governor on Citi stability. The Let me read the story briefly. The governor of the central bank, Dr. Johnson Isiama, has dismissed concerns about the stability of the Ghanaian cedi, questioning the source of recent public anxiety. Speaking to journalists at the end of the 126th MPC meeting on Wednesday, September 17, he said the central bank has taken firm steps to ensure macroeconomic stability and has more than enough foreign exchange reserves to support the cedi, especially as the country moves into the final quarter of the year. Quote, "No one should be anxious. I don't know where the anxiety is coming from. We have enough reserves to cover imports in the fourth quarter as the Christmas festivities approach," unquote, he said. Now, to add my own bit to this question, there are many people who are saying, oh, don't mind this government. They have not paid contractors. They've not started making payments. That's why we are seeing the cedi behave the way it is. The day they start making payments, the day money starts being repatriated, we are going to start seeing the cedi decline with a nosedive like the Titanic. Do you think the governor is justified in toning down or asking for people to tone down the anxiety, or you think people can be cautiously anxious?
Well, I think that you can understand why people are anxious. Because, we are used to, most of the time, we are used to the city being under pressure. And sometimes when it starts, it can just, it can quickly blow up. So, and because we have seen this consistently over the years, every time the city starts depreciating, you start seeing this kind of anxiety. In some sense, the governor's assurance is probably warranted, because if you look at our reserve position, and our reserve position is in essence the excess of the dollars we have obtained from exporting and other things versus the dollars that we have expended importing. So if you have a lot of those kind of reserves, it means that the central bank is in a very strong position to support the cedi when it comes under the pressure. And I think the current reserve position is the strongest we've had in a very long time. So in terms of the central bank being in a position to support the cedi, if it comes under extreme pressure, they are well armed to be able to do that. So you understand why the governor is saying, well, we have no reason to be anxious. But I think, in some sense, much of it is being brought on by, the way the central bank allowed the currency to appreciate so quickly. Because, to allow the currency to appreciate that sharply over a short period of time, when it was obvious that we couldn't sustain holding the dollar at 10 cedis, was something that's really coming back to bite. So the recent appreciation that we are seeing, depreciation of the cedi that we are seeing, is more or less a correction, because the appreciation went too far. So you have read that the IMF and the World Bank has been cautioning the BOG to minimize the intervention. So minimizing that intervention and allowing the cedi to self-correct is part of the reason why we are seeing the depreciation. But this is controlled, because the BOG is not going to allow it to depreciate as quickly as we used to see. So I think that is where the assurance should be taken. The public should take the assurance. But you can also understand the anxiety, because, as you know, when the cedi starts depreciating, it can be very severe. But I think on this occasion, the BOG is in a very strong position to prevent that kind of sharp depreciation, and therefore the public should listen to what the governor is saying.
Prof, thank you so much for taking us to the classroom.
You are welcome. Have a good evening.
You too. That's Professor Patrick Asumin, economist. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. We'll be back with more. Please stay.
Detailed news, unparalleled coverage. City News on 97.3 FM.
This year is going to be sweet. I don't just feel it, I know it, because the Luckiest Season 3 is back.
And I'm about to show you how to grab your golden ticket. Just dial *712# and follow the prompts to purchase your ticket. Or go to the luckiestafrica.com, hit community tickets, and pick your lucky number.
Or let the system do its magic. Choose how much you want to spend from 1 to 5,000 Ghana cedis. You can even buy a ticket for someone else. Be someone's hero. Payment? Easy. Mobile money in Ghana or card if you're international.
One ticket can turn 1 CD into 500 times more. That's maths we love. Or your community could win 10 times more. So let's get lucky together because luck is everywhere.
Play responsibly, not for persons under 18 years. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Like a fiesta on my side. I'm all wrapped up. And all I think about is my baby. I get classic, I get golden, I get stronger, also fruity. Of course, all not to take me longer. Skin to skin, oh no. All I need is my extra thing. Doing so day, so go for the glow up. And keep the vibe 100 with more party packs. Fiesta, fiesta, wrap it up.
Wrap it up with Fiesta condoms. Comes in 9 different variants to spice up your game. Available in any pharmacy near you.
Prevents STIs and unintended pregnancy when used correctly.
This advert is FDA approved.
Wrap it up.
We're trendy and youthful. We're UBA. We're here to make your life better, stress-free and easy. We go the extra mile, beyond your expectations. We will get it done and get it done very well now. UBA, best loans and more. UBA, best customer satisfaction. UBA, best digital solutions. UBA, Africa's global bank.
For best retail products, innovative offerings, loans made just for you, attractive interest rates, trading across Africa or sending money. If you want the best digital banking products, including chatting with you on WhatsApp and Facebook, turn to UBA, Africa's global bank.
The jamming never stops. The game never stops. The productivity never stops. The music never stops. At G&J, we keep your world powered with reliable generators, solar energy, and UPS solutions, so the power never stops. Your go-to for total energy solutions, making sure you work, thrive, and live life uninterrupted. Visit our website, gjtechghana.com, or call us on 0302-689-178 or 179 or 0202-222-220. G&J, your energy partner.
Looking for a location that gives your business a competitive edge? Dawa Industrial Zone offers world-class facilities, direct access to major trade hubs, and a thriving business ecosystem. Whether you are setting up in the manufacturing, logistics, or services, our ready-to-use industrial spaces and supportive policies make expansion easy. And if you're not an investor but you know someone who is, you can refer them and earn a commission. Convert connections into cash. Refer industrial land buyers and earn. Join leading businesses already benefiting from Dawa Industrial Zone strategic advantages. Get started today or refer a business and get rewarded. Visit www.diz-ghana.com or call 055-20-40,000. Dawa Industrial Zone, where businesses thrive.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
You're welcome back. Railway Workers Union to strike over 12 months salary arrears. This is a story on citinewsroom.com. And it says Railway Workers Union of Ghana, under the Trades Union Congress, has officially notified the Ghana Police Service of its intention to embark on a nationwide strike and peaceful picketing on Tuesday, September 30, 2025. In a letter addressed to the Greater Accra Regional Police Commander, dated 15 September 2025. The union said the decision follows 12 months of unpaid salaries and entitlements, which it described as a major source of hardship for railway workers and their families. Now, there's been a swift reaction or response from the government. Did you tell us about that?
The Ministry of Transport says it is taking steps to address the concerns of railway workers who have gone nearly a year without their salaries. Speaking at the Government Accountability Series, Transport Minister Joseph Nikpe Bukari said his outfit is engaging the Ministry of Finance to find a sustainable solution.
The Ghana Railway Development Authority is currently collaborating with security agencies and Lands Commission to launch a campaign to remove encroachers from the railway right-of-way and perfect titles to railway lands nationwide. This is to enable our contractors to have unimpeded access to land and facilitate early completion of railway projects. The Ghana Railway Company's operations have declined over the years due to infrastructure deterioration, which has limited its capacity to generate sufficient revenue to cover its operational costs, including staff salaries. We are engaging with the Ministry of Finance and stakeholders to develop a sustainable solution going forward. Ladies and gentlemen, I must add that we feel for the workers and we have gotten close to resolving this issue and getting them their salaries.
Here, the Transport Minister Joseph Nikpe Bukari.
Benjamin Isuman is Secretary to the Railway Workers Union. He's joined us on the line. Benjamin, you're welcome to Eyewitness News. Hello, sir.
Good evening. Thank you.
Good evening. How are you?
Oh, by God's grace.
Have you heard from the minister? Have you heard the minister? He says that they're working on dealing with your challenges, which means your demonstration has become moot now, or?
No, it hasn't become. This is a normal talk we have been getting. So it's not something that can lift or make us stop the strike action.
Oh, you don't believe the minister?
Oh, we don't believe the political talks again. You know. Sorry, let me greet my workers.
This one is a new.
Hello,
yes, this is a new minister or reset.
This is the minister I've been having engagement with when he came to office. And my brother, if you believe, then we have to sit around table. That's why when you read our letter, we have stated clearly that the minister, since assuming of office, met us in March, promised us that so many promises. That's why that right after the first budget, they will pay the salary off. And since March, he has not been able to engage us. We've been doing everything possible as the union. We passed through the TUC, we forward so many letters, so many correspondence. So he's avoiding us. This is not a good way of solving the issue. So we passed through Labour office. We have been speaking to them through TUC, and so it's not giving us. Only the deputy minister I met her when first day in office, and a deputy is a deputy. You have the boss there. But I don't know why he's not engaging us. So with this promise, no.
But
we don't believe it.
This is the first time perhaps he's announcing this publicly. If your private meetings did not yield any results, maybe this public statement made at the seat of government would be commitment enough that you can hold the minister to, and then the media will bear you witness.
Listen, my brother, Omar, even the finance minister went on public on one of the stations, made some comment that very soon we hear the minister. Since July, we've not heard anything. And if there's no timelines with what he's saying, so we can't hold him.
Okay.
There's no clear timelines.
It sounds like you do not trust the minister, but at the end of the day, it's the same minister you have to work with anyway. How are you going to navigate that then? Because if the purpose of the strike is to draw attention, and he's saying that you had the attention and they are going to deal with it, and you say, you are going to go on the strike regardless. If you go on the strike, you still have to go back to the negotiation table and discuss with this same minister who you are suspicious of or do not trust.
It's not about the trust. It's about past experience. If certain haven't happened before, no problem. But if he's speaking out publicly, you should give us timelines. But since it's official, we wrote to him official, but just this afternoon that I received a letter from the Labour Commission. That's the mediator of these issues, and they are saying that we should meet them on the 30th. We are about to respond to their letter and see the way forward.
Well, we wait also to see what the list. So the demonstration, no, the strike is coming, and the demonstration will follow.
We gave the ministry up to 22nd to respond to us. So if we don't get any concrete or tangible timelines or what, my brother Omar, this time around we want action. Good 12 months. I can send you the videos of people frustration who are on stroke now. Some are dying seriously. It's not easy. When it comes to secondary takrade, if you get a chance and go and do documentary, you weep. It's very serious. We are not saying it's not the fault of the workers. The lines are over 110 years. And it's like the Metromas and STC. During the COVID time when it came, they put the Metromas and the STC on the payroll. They resource them. Up to now, government is resourcing these two state transport. We also a state transport. So if they need to resource us so that we can move. As the minister himself said, the infrastructures are very bad. He said it.
Okay.
So if he can give us what he said, there's no timelines. And this is not the first time we are hearing this.
Thank you for speaking to us and wish you all the best.
Thank you, Mr. Bredoma.
Benjamin Esuman there, he's secretary to the Railway Workers Union. Now, the transport minister did not just speak about railway workers, he also talked about other things, didn't he?
Yeah, so the transport minister says government will deploy safety officers to enhance inland water transport safety and address the frequent accidents on the Volta Lake and other water bodies. The officers are expected to be commissioned by the end of 2025 after completing their training.
Most people living along the Water Lake and other water bodies depend on canoes and boats for daily transportation. However, inland waterways often lack security measures, leading to frequent accidents and deaths. This year alone, 7 students drowned in Dupe, Laura District, and 2 people died in a boat accident in Bompama in the Wild West. Even my constituency, Sabuba, has had its fair experience in both accidents. To improve the safety of inland water transport, government through the Ghana Maritime Authority is deploying safety officers and establishing satellite offices. His Excellency the President will commission the safety teams later this year after their training.
You heard Transport Minister Joseph Nikpe Bukari.
Get the details. Every significant financial transaction, every market movement, and all the policies that affect your business. Citi Business News. Be informed.
Time now for Citi Business News on Eyewitness News. I am Ejubi Wiafe Akente. Coming up, let's settle for the details. Ghana's year-on-year producer price inflation declined to 3.0% in August 2025, down from 3.6% in July, marking a 0.6 percentage point decrease. The August figure is the lowest producer inflation since November 2023 and represents the 7th consecutive month of decline. On a month-on-month basis, producer prices increased by 2.1% from July to August 2025. Per the latest data from the Ghana Statistical Service, the decline in producer inflation was largely driven by the manufacturing subsector, which eased from 3.2% to 1.6%, contributing significantly to the overall decline in producer inflation. Away from that, First Atlantic Bank has emerged as the loyalty leader in Ghana's consumer banking sector, recording a score of 86.9% in the 2024 Ghana Customer Satisfaction Index. The report, published by the Chartered Institute of Marketing, Ghana CIMG, also ranked Cowbank and Stanbic Bank among the top tier with scores of 83.9% and 82.5% respectively, underscoring their strong customer allegiance. The following report has more.
Other notable performers included Standard Chartered at 78.4%, ADB at 77.9%, and UBA at 72.9%, underscoring a competitive field where several banks are successfully nurturing lasting customer relationships. However, the report also reveals sharp declines for some players. NIB slumped to the bottom at 59.3%, reflecting a steep fall from previous years. GCB at 66.6%, Omnibasic at 67.7%, and Prudential Bank at 62.8% also recorded significant erosion in customer loyalty. Overall industry loyalty stood at 73%, down slightly from 74% in 2023. The findings suggest that while banks continue to deliver strong service quality, securing lasting emotional and behavioral commitment from customers is becoming an increasingly tough challenge in the evolving financial sector.
That was a report filed by Daniel Odro Mensah. Now, Ghanaian youth are being encouraged to acquire globally competitive skills to boost their chances in the international job market and help curb unemployment at home. This call was made at the Ghana Career and Migration Fair 2025 in Accra, where policymakers and labor experts stress the importance of aligning youth training with global market demands. Deputy EU Ambassador to Ghana, Jonas Clay, has noted that the youth can take advantage of Europe's aging population to secure opportunities abroad while contributing to Ghana's economic development.
And employment, education, both the European Union and member states have a lot of different programs for Ghanaian students to do a degree in Europe. There's one called the Erasmus Plus program. In total, about 1,000 Ghanaian students travel to Europe every year to get an education. The other category is jobs. There's a lot of employers that are represented here. The demographics are not lying. Europeans' population is aging, and we really have a strong need of high-skilled Ghanaian workers. And there's job needs here in Ghana. So it's a good win-win match to bring these different parties together.
You heard Deputy EU Ambassador to Ghana, Jonas Clay, as meanwhile Chief Executive Officer of Joberman Ghana, Hilda Nimo Teiko, called on government to ensure the effective implementation of the 24-hour economy policy to help bridge potential labor migration gaps and provide decent job opportunities for young Ghanaians.
We are looking at migration. Where we are going to, it's a 24-hour economy. People work in shift period, and people work at night, people work, and the economy booms. But Ghana, we have a traditional 8 to 5 where people close and they are going home. So I think it's a good initiative if we are able to do it, but we need to build the structures behind it. If people are working at night, is the transport system available to help people go home when they close at the odd hours? What infrastructure are we at? Is the lighting system, even street lights working? Are people safe? I think that we need to put in a lot of infrastructure to ensure that the 24-hour economy works, and when people have opportunities that are not within the regular working hours, they're able to take advantage of it without any hesitation or reservations.
You heard Chief Executive Officer of Joberman Ghana, Hilda Nimo Teiko. And that's all for Citi Business News on Eyewitness News. I am Ejubi Wiafe Akente. Up next is Point Blank.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
We asked Ghanaian business owners what they want from Old Mutual.
I want insurance and pension solutions that will protect my employees.
Your business growth is our business. For 180 years, we have partnered with businesses to protect and grow their most valuable assets. From tailored group life assurance protection to affordable pension plans, we've got your business and your employees covered. Contact your broker or call Old Mutual on 0509 551 609 today. Old Mutual, do great things every day.
Oh, jump on now. Go, the go. Gugomi, at what time when you come back, we are not hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car? No, I not change my car. It be the same, right? It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so. This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir. Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small.
The go-go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Momo. It has made life happen in lots of good ways.
Mr. Kwanzaa, Mr. Insurance claim no. It
has put together beautiful weddings. It has filled the bellies of boys at their favorite watchy joint.
My guy, stop. Who they chop cancel these days?
It has made millions of businesses possible.
Mr. Kanlo, no. We are back in business.
With just a few taps, money moves faster, easier, and safer. Momo understands the weight of your trust in us. We continuously enhance security with features like self-paying research to help you protect your money. Momo will only call you with 0244 300,000. No MTN or Momo staff will call or ask for your PIN or one-time password. Do not transfer funds to anyone whose identity you have not verified. Do not approve any prompts you have not initiated. Momo, still Wunsaka.
The Citi Business Olympics is back. It's all about team building, networking, and staying healthy.
Everything, be it football, be it basketball, be it Scrabble, be it Excel, we are there. I'm wrestling, we are there.
Which game will your company participate in this year? Is it 7-a-side football, volleyball, swimming, basketball, or sack race? Rally your teammates and get ready for action.
We know we've gone on a recess, but we are back. You will feel it.
Saturday, September 27, 2025. Time 8 a.m. Venue, Eden Heights Sports Complex. Call 0558-973-973 to register your company today.
The experience so far has been very great. We are glad to have participated.
Let's keep fit, grow connections, and enjoy a day full of energy and excitement. The Citi Business Olympics 2025 is powered by Citi FM and Channel 1 TV in partnership with Side Hustle, and it's proudly sponsored by UMB Bank and supported by Bethel Logistics and Dampon Healthcare.
Announcing Ghana's first unlimited photocopier leasing. Yes, from just 983 Ghana cedis, you can lease a multifunctional photocopier and print unlimited. Yes, unlimited and free paper every month. Guess what? That's not all. Toners, repairs, and maintenance all are free. And oh, I'm not kidding at all. And we cover the whole country. Yes, the whole country. What are you waiting for? Just visit us at www.valexlease.com or call 0244 644048. I repeat, or call 0244 644048. Remember, terms and conditions apply. Valix Lease, affordable document management solutions.
This is Point Blank on Eyewitness News. I am Umaru Sandamadu. Point Blank is brought to you by Valex Lease, affordable document management solutions. On Point Blank tonight, we are talking about the National Identification Authority, NIA. Set up over a decade, actually almost 2 decades ago. He has had challenges, he has also had successes. Tonight, my guest is the man in charge, acting CEO of the National Identification Authority. If you don't know what they do the Ghana card. So my guest is actually executive secretary, not CEO. Forgive me. I'll find out what the difference is. Wisdom Yaira Koku Deku. You're welcome.
Thank you, my brother.
Sorry, your mic was off.
Good evening, my brother.
How are you?
I'm very well. Yourself?
I'm okay. I'm your name. I'm Yaira. I'm blessed.
You're more than blessed. Nice to see you again. No, it's been a long time.
Yeah, I mean, since the reset happened, you forgot about
me.
me.
No, I've not forgotten about you. We are just finishing some things at the NIA, and very soon we'll get back to you.
Okay. NIA, the Shiashin office. That's your head office.
Yeah,
right?
That's our head office.
People
yes.
should buy land and build a new office and another ultra modern office.
But the building is ultra modern already. We are even coming to refurbish it and complete it. So
the last time I came, okay, it was nice. But you can build another one somewhere.
When we get there, we'll cross it.
But how are you doing? Congratulations on your appointment.
Thank you very much, my brother.
How for you is your home, right?
Yeah, it's my home.
How does it feel like returning? The first day you went back to work as the boss.
As the boss, when I got there, since I left the place, I only went there to pick my Ghana card, and I've never stepped there again. So the first day I got there, it was some kind of feeling, meeting my old friends that I worked with before leaving.
So previously you worked there for how long?
I worked there for 10 years. That was from 2007 to 2017.
The NIA itself was set up around that time?
Yes, the act was passed in 2006 under Professor Dumont.
Yes.
That is the Act 707.
Okay.
That was passed under Professor Dumont. So that act established the NIA.
So you were one of the founding workers or founding staff?
Exactly. I was let's say technician when I was appointed in 2007 as a contract staff. So we started in the Central Region. 1st July 2008 was when we started in Central Region.
So you were there to 2017?
Yes.
And they said, go home. We don't need you again.
Yes.
And then as soon as President Mahama won,
yes,
he gave you the job to go there as executive secretary. So you are just like President Mahama. We
all returned.
We have all returned together.
Yes.
I see.
Yes.
Congratulations on your return. Now, so what is your expertise? Who are you, first of all?
Okay, so I'm a systems analyst by profession. I was doing programming, then I veered off to cybersecurity, where I specialize in social engineering. So that's my real profession.
Talk to us about the NIA. What is the idea behind the NIA itself?
Okay, the idea behind NIA, I'll take you back to, let's speak about the Identity Day that we celebrated yesterday. Okay. ID for Africa is like a movement that they've come out with a campaign that the main aim is that they want a global recognition on the 16th of September. It should be celebrated as Identity Day. And the main aim is to underscore the importance of having a proof of identity. And the word here is verifiable proof of identity. Now, this is symbolic. The 16th September is symbolic to the UN Sustainable Development Goal 16.9, which says that by 2030, we should have legal identity for all, including birth registration. So the NIA per the Act LI 2012 LI 2111 says that in any transactions where identification is required, the NIA card shall be used. When the law says shall, it means that it's mandatory. So it's purposely for accessing government services and private services.
Repeat what you just said about the law.
Yes,
shall.
LI 211.
No, I mean just a summary.
Yes. So
what did he say?
The LI 2012 LI 2111 says that in any transaction where identification is required, the NIA card shall be used.
So it means that if I go to the bank,
yes,
they should first of all ask for Ghana card.
Exactly.
Not the passport. So if I give you a passport, the law doesn't
I accept it.
Birth certificate, no.
No.
Driver's license,
no.
Oh, so that's why everybody now asks for Ghana card.
The law was passed in 2012, and it goes ahead to list all of them. In fact, SIM card registration, DVLA, acquired driver's license, pension, SNAID, a whole lot, all of them. And even the law even mandates the executive secretary or the minister that if they see maybe Citi TV, channel 1 TV, if they see that you're also offering,
you are still changing. So from TV to channel 1,
channel 1 TV. Yeah, so if they see that you are offering services that requires identification, NIA through Gazette can gazette it and force you to use the Ghana card to do the registration. So that's how it is.
So the law, but over the years, NIA has gone through a turbulent journey. I remember applying for the card. I don't remember whether it was Kufuor's time or Atamilso's time.
Yes.
I think the cards never came. I had the receipt for like forever, and then later I had to. They had to do a new one.
Yes.
I know there were cards that were produced, were not distributed. I don't know what happened. Is it the case that in the beginning we were not digital, we have to go digital, that's why we had to redo everything, or was it matter?
Okay, so that time, when we started in 2008, the solution available was for us to do the centralized system. Now, the centralized system means that NI will come to you, register you, put the data on a CD, bring it to Accra, and give you a receipt that when they print the card, they will bring it back to you.
Okay.
So that was the kind of system that we did that time. So in 2009, when we decided to do a pilot by printing Greater Accra cards to go and distribute, we printed 2.1 million cards to go and distribute. But Sanda, we went back to distribute the card. Only 100,000 people came to pick the cards.
Well, people were not enthused.
Not enthused because they've moved from where they were.
Oh,
you get it?
Okay. The residents were not permanent.
Yes, permanent. You know, Ghana migration, somebody will move from here to here. So it was at that time that government thought that if we continue this kind of projects, the government is going to run at a loss. That was when the proposal came from margins and the IMS, that identity management system, to do an instant issuance for us.
You mentioned margins, so let's get there. What is margins in the scheme of our national identification authority?
They are our private partners, technical partners. It's a PPP. The whole NIA, the Foreigners Identity Management, and the expanded scope, which covers Ghanaians, they are all a PPP arrangement with them. And the contract for the FIMS project was signed in 2013, and the PPP for the expanded scope was also signed in 2018.
So Margins Group is our official card producer.
Yes, they produce the cards.
And this contract is binding. That's why they've been there all this while.
Yes.
So is that the only thing they do, or they are free to do other things? But when it comes to card, it is us.
No, the IMS, the margins is a mother body, and they have ICPS that does the printing. Then they have the MISDA, that is another company that do the technical solutions. Then the IMS too, they are the official company that we are working with in providing the service. So they develop the technical solutions for us to be using. Yes.
So when I go to register for Ghana card, do I give my information to people from Margins Group, or I give it to people?
No, you give it to NIA.
So you go to collect the data.
Yes, we go to collect the data.
Then you give it to Margins.
No, we don't give any data to Margins.
So what do they do?
They are only the technical solution providers. Just like you are using your Apple phone. Apple developed.
I know which Apple. I use Samsung.
Just like you are using Samsung.
But if you bring me Apple, since you are a system something, bring. Which is the latest? 17 Pro Max.
Yeah. Samsung developed the phone for you, and you went to buy it. Now the data and everything is sitting on it is for you. It's not for Samsung to hold.
So they give you an empty card, and Margins, is that what they do? And you put the information on it, or how does it work?
Okay, so they give us the blank cards. Then what we do when you go to do the registration, we personalize the card to your name, your everything, your fingerprint, and everything goes on it. But the data does not sit with Margins. It sits at NIA, our head office. That's where the data is.
So they just give you empty can and you fill it up. Whatever you want to fill it up with.
Yes,
so the data we give is only with NIA.
Yes, with NIA.
You don't share it with other agencies?
No, we don't share the data. We give them access.
Okay.
Sharing is different from access. Now, when you say access, it means that if the person is not physically present, you can't access that person's data. Sharing means that I've given you the data, even without the person being there, you can still have access to the data. So the verification platform that we are giving to the banks and everything, if you or Marasanda, you are not there, they can't access your data.
But if I go, they take photocopy of my
that is very, very wrong.
So
because they shouldn't take photocopies of your Ghana card. And if you remember, Bank of Ghana issued a directive to them that they should not be doing photocopies. NIA has also issued a directive, because when you do photocopy of someone's Ghana card, you've not established or confirmed that person's identity. If you, Omar Sanda, you come to me right now and you give me your Ghana card, I look at the picture on the Ghana card and I look at you. I have identified you like the picture on the card is the same as you, but I have not confirmed your identity. You get it? Then the next thing is that if I enter your Ghana PIN number and it goes into the NI system and it verified and it says successful, I have verified that Umaru Sanda, the card that he is holding, is authentic from NI.
It doesn't show that that's me standing.
Exactly, because you could be twin. You could be using your brother's card to come to the bank. But until you do biometric verification, that is either facial or fingerprint, you've not established that person's identity. That is why we are saying that don't be doing photocopies of people's Ghana card, because when you do that, you've not done anything. You've not confirmed that he's the true owner of the Ghana card, because some people are doing fake cards.
Okay, what's your relationship with the Electoral Commission, the Birth and Death Registry, the DVLA? What's your relationship with them?
Okay, so per the LI 211, it says that before you even get your DVLA license, you have to use your Ghana card per passports, banks, and other things. So when it comes to DVLA, now if you go to DVLA without your Ghana card, they can't issue you a license, because you have to get your Ghana card. They will do the verification, then it pulls based on the data set we've agreed with them, that then it puts it into their system. Then if they have any additional data, they can add it onto it. So that's what we are doing. So it's a verification platform, and if I'll use your medium to announce to the general public that institutions, if you want to access NI verification platform, just send an email to us. So you Citi
Citi FM, just
Citi FM.
Citi FM, and then Channel 1
okay,
TV.
Channel 1 TV. Okay.
Yeah, so the TV, we are on radio now.
We are on radio now. Okay, if you want to do it, you can just send an email to idverification@ni.gov.gh. ID verification at ni.gov.gh, and we have a team that will respond to you and get you onboarded, so that anytime you are attending a transaction with someone, you have to verify that person biometrically.
What do you have on my Ghana card? Because you, in the beginning, they say you have to bring your GPS address.
Yes.
People generate that thing and say, they say stand in front of your house. People choose to stand anywhere and give. How authentic or credible is the information on the Ghana card, so that when we say, oh, because you have his Ghana card, you can track him? How true is that?
Okay, so you are, per the law, you are supposed to give, it's mandatory for you to give your GPS address. Now, after filling the form, there's a portion that you said that you sign that you have given the true representation of you. Now, if you give us false information, you know how the law works. We can come after you. So it is mandatory that when you are doing the registration, you give us the accurate information. That helps us to determine whether you are a Ghanaian or you are not a Ghanaian. So as part of the process, when you get there, the law says that if you want to register as a Ghanaian, you get there, you have to bring either your passport or your birth cert, or a relative of yours, or any people, senior people in the community who can testify that yes, they know you to be a Ghanaian. Once you go through that process, they interview you, fill the form, your mother's name, your father's name, and everything. Once they finish and the officer is satisfied that you are a true Ghanaian, they take you through the process, capture your biometric, and they issue you their instant card.
What's the use of the chip on the card?
Yeah, okay, the chip is a storage that we can let you people write onto it. So for example, talks are ongoing with DVLA. Why should DVLA be issuing cards to people when they can write on NIA? It's a storage space, 148 space capacity. So DVLA can decide that, because if you look on the face of the DVLA card and you look on the face of the Ghana card, we're almost collecting the similar information. Why don't you, the data that is on the DVLA that is not in the Ghana card, why don't you write it onto the Ghana card, the chip, so that at any point in time a policeman stops you and asks you of your Ghana card, you give your Ghana card, the person reads through the hardware device, he reads through it and see whether there's a valid license on it or not. When you do that, we are going to do a saving on the public purse, but it all has to take a government policy to do that.
Is there a policy now on that?
No, it's not a policy now. It's not a policy now.
Do you know if there's a plan to do that?
There's definitely there's a plan. I've spoken to the chairman of the DVLA board. I've spoken to the CEO too, and we are still in talks. But once we finish, it has to end up with the government to give the directive. Just like they gave the directive that now your Ghana card is your SNIT number, it's your TIN number, and it's your NHIS number.
So right now, I don't need an NHIS card.
No.
I don't need a GRA card.
TIN.
A TIN number card. I don't need a SNIT number. All of those. So the SNIT card I used to have is no more. Has been collapsed onto the Ghana card.
Yes.
So your idea is that the DVLA or my license should also be collapsed onto that.
In fact, what we are even proposing that your student ID. You know, people go to students from secondary school to tertiary.
Yeah.
They also give them IDs. Why don't you have the same your Ghana card number will be your student ID? It's a proposal we've sent to the Ministry of Education, and we are hoping that.
So it is possible to do that?
Yes, it's possible. It's possible.
What about the Electoral Commission, which is a big one, the voters
big one,
card?
Yes, the voters card. That one has to take the government directive. NIA is ready to come on board with it. Once government gives a directive that, okay, now, if you are going to vote, you have to use your Ghana card. NIA, we are ready for that.
is qualified to have a Ghana card? Because we call it Ghana card, but the thing actually has ECOWAS identity card written on it. So is it for ECOWAS people or
no? I think we signed a ECOWAS agreement that was signed, I think, around before we left power. I've forgotten the date, but we were supposed to be that instead of using your passport for ECOWAS, you can use your Ghana card as an entry and exit within that space. So who is qualified from zero upwards? But when we started the project,
in terms of age,
okay. The moment someone is born, that person should be given an ID number, a PIN, because by then the person's fingerprint has not yet been developed. So we will give you a PIN that is linked to your mother's or the person who brought you for weighing, so that PIN runs through your life in this country. So once you get to 6 years, when it's estimated that your fingerprint is matured, you can go and get your Ghana card. Then we have the 6 to 14 years. That was started last year, I think in October. But they went to the schools to register the people. But there was a technical challenge. They registered the people, but they couldn't print the card for them. When I assumed office, we've gone through it again. Lucky, we've printed all the cards. We've sent it to the districts, and we sent it to the schools. And hopefully, from 23rd of this month, we are going to distribute all the cards back to the people we registered. That is not enough because we are estimating to register about 6.39 million of the kids beyond that, from that 6 to 14.
So between 6 and 14,
we are estimated to register about 6.9 million, and we've done only about 350,000.
Are you currently? I saw some announcement. Are you doing a mass registration for those people now?
No, it will start next year. It will start next year. We've put it into our 2026 budget, and we are doing that thanks to NHIS. They are supporting us, and hopefully next year we will do that. We'll start it again.
The PIN thing you talked about, I didn't ask what your relationship with birth and death registry is, so that is given to them after they are born babies.
Yes.
They have birth certificate, so that thing, weighing card.
Yes.
What's your relationship
so
with
as
them?
part of the architecture that we are developing for the 0 to 5, once you register and a PIN, it goes into the birth and death register. It should get you a birth and death PIN, their number, certificate number. Then NIA2 is also giving government into NIA system also issued you a PIN. So there's this. In fact, the stakeholders meeting that we had, they are part of the stakeholders that we are using.
So you've been in office for 6 months.
Yes.
Of course, one of the major things would be printing the cards for the 6 to 14-year-olds.
Yes.
What other major thing have you done?
One major thing that happened was that since 2023, if you should go into any of our district offices and register, you could not be issued a card because we were not given blank cards. So when I came, we had about 640,000 people who had registered at the various districts, and they were not being issued the cards. So I quickly ran to the margins and begged them, I'm a new person and I want to, whatever it is, we will work on for government to pay them. So they released about 700,000 cards to us. We printed all the cards and even gave them extra blank cards. So as we speak now, all the district offices, if you go there now, they should be able to register you and issue you instant card.
Gina Hoji. There and then. Oh, how?
All the district offices.
So now if I register for Ghana, I won't wait for 100 years before it to be ready.
No. If you go to any of our 292 districts to register, they should give you an instant card.
If all your information in whatever is required is available.
Yes. Unless there's a technical challenge. But none of my staff can say that they don't have blank cards. They have blank cards available. So
if they have a printer for that,
or they have printers, everything.
Or the card you don't print the card. The card has been printed, so you just input the data.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
So they just need a computer to print the chip.
Exactly. That's in a layman's view. That's how you explain
so they have a cassette and then they sing on it. And
that's okay. But let me be clear on this one. If you go to any of our districts to register, it's for the first time. It's free of charge. So if you, Omar Sanda, you've not registered and you want to register at, maybe you go to Adenta or district office.
No, Shai
Osudoku. And you're going to register for the first time, it's free. You don't pay anything.
Okay.
But if you have the card and you've misplaced it and you are going for replacement, that one you pay 125 cedis to get it reprinted for you.
Okay.
Now, if you are going to do it an update, maybe your name has changed or your date of birth has changed and you've gone through the process approved, what it means is that one you pay 60 cedis.
Okay.
But meanwhile, if you go to any of our premium centers, if you go to any of our premium centers and you are going to do registration for the first time, you pay 310 cedis.
That's premium.
Premium.
What's special about premium? If I can get it 1 day service, why do I have to go to premium?
So the premium services, it has other advancements, enhancements.
They give me Milo to
No, they will not give you Milo. We are not there yet. But what will happen is
please start doing that.
Yes, we will do it. We will do it.
Take Milo with milk.
What we are doing now is that at the district offices, because of limited human resource, the maximum they can do in a day is about 40.
Okay.
But if you go to any of our premium centers, they can do 200, 100. Okay. So that is the difference. And again, at the premium centers, as Omara, you are sitting here. Now, what we've introduced is that you can sit at the comfort of your home, your office, and apply for the Ghana card online. So when you apply, you fill in your information online, you book an appointment for your interview online, you make payment online, you book an appointment to go and donate your biometrics online, and you walk in there and they just give you just capture your face, your nice face as you're sitting here, and your biometric, and they issue your card instantly.
I see.
Yes.
Is this something you have started, or it was there before you are improving
it? It was not. I would say it was only for the foreign countries.
Okay.
But I have brought it to the premium centers.
Okay.
Because what we want to do is that we wanted to ease the congestions at the various centers.
Turn to the screen. There are questions coming for you. Let me ask you. I see that.
Okay.
Kindly ask the Executive Secretary of NIA when will the contract workers who did the under 15 years registration last year between October to December 2024 be called to continue the registration in schools?
I think I've answered that one.
That's Godwin from Ashaiman. Yes. This one says, I did verification with my Ghana card with a bank in the country here in 2022 when the BOG gave all banks to update customers' info to the card. I wanted to close that account this year and they are telling me to bring an affidavit. My name is Kofi from Tama. Can you comment on that?
That's the bank. I don't know why you ask you to do that.
This one, please kindly ask him if the name on my school certificate is someone Nana Abang, and in my Ghana card I have someone Abang. Can an affidavit on the school certificate guarantee me to add the middle name Nana on the Ghana card?
You should go and swear affidavit and gazette it and take it to our office.
That's Manuel from Afenya Matayako. Please ask Yara if he's aware that the DVLA still insists on photocopying Ghana cards before effecting change of ownership.
That is not right. I'll speak to my colleague, CEO Logas.
Please talk to Logas.
I'll talk to Lagos on that.
Please, what happened to the registration of children? I think he has explained. Please ask him why they are charging money for an update for information willingly on the Ghana card. Example, updating my location. Thank you. That's
if you are updating any information on your Ghana card and it will not affect the reprinting of the card, you don't pay for anything.
Okay.
But if you are changing and it will affect your name, date of birth, you will definitely pay.
My last question, and this one is a question that I have interest in. What's your relationship with the Ghana Immigration Service? I receive calls a lot of the time from my people, Fulani people, saying they went to register Ghana card. People say they won't give you because you are Fulani, you are not a citizen. What's your relation with Immigration Service and dealing with the citizenship issues?
Thank you very much. One thing that we've realized is that as you said, we've received a lot of complaint about people denying some people their Ghana card. And lucky last month or so, I think it was last month, we had a meeting with the comptroller. So from effective, maybe from next month going, they are deploying their officers to all our district offices to help identify fraudsters and those who have been denied their citizenship. So from next month, we are now lucky NIA is going to be permanently under the Ministry of Interior.
Okay.
So once that is that, we are going to have your cousins. Yes. Okay. So that
please tell my boss that one of his employees, MFA Akufia Jenu, says hello. Okay, this one is, and then and educating me on not saying, I shouldn't say TIN number, I should just say tax identification number. You are here to know. In fact, we have to end. Thank you so much. By the time you are done with your tenure, what's one thing that you would want to improve at NIA that we can clap for you for?
One thing that is dear to my heart is the staff welfare. And by the time I leave NIA, I want us to win ourselves from government payroll and be able to generate funds for ourselves and pay ourselves well and even give money to government.
So do you have that much IGF?
Yes, we can. We can get that. Yes.
Okay, so there will be no worker demonstration. How bad was NIA when you got there, by the way? Was it as bad?
One thing that I told you my point, my profession is a cyber security and I specialize in social engineering. When I got to NIA the first day, I asked myself, the difference between NI and Makola was that NI people were using computers. There was
Makola
the
was
crowded
calculator.
yes, the crowd was serious.
I saw that.
Yes,
it's no more.
It's no more.
Oh, the market thing I've been seeing. So when I go to your head office,
you can come to the head office
tomorrow. I'll come. I'll
there.
Bring my cameras.
Yes,
they are not the crowd.
I know. I stopped that thing.
Okay. So there's
some sanity there. Now in our head office, we don't even do registration again.
Okay.
If you are a protocol or whoever you are, you won't go and come and do any registration there. Now that place we are calling off as a security zone because that is where we are housing your identity, and we need to protect it by all means.
So where is your premium center then? If it's at the Rage office
and the RCC. That's where we can go there. And the car bank, car bank at the Rage office and the RCC center. Now, if you come there, the moment you are entering, the security you pass through. If you entering our main building, the security you pass through.
Oh, wow.
If you enter the gate, if the security man, you enter the first one. If the security man decide not to open the first one for you, you are locked. And we have the CID office there too. We are empowering them there. And now, if we have about over 60 CCTVs there installed, access control, fire alarm, and everything. So now things are okay. I will not fault the previous Professor Tifa. He did his best because you see he was more of a law person. So when you are talking about IT, he needs to be careful before he acts on. The same like me. If you come and tell me things about law, I need to do a lot of consultation before I do it. So that is the whole thing. In fact, one major thing that is coming up is the ISO certification. You know, NI was not an ISO. That is the International Standard Organization. Lucky, we've started the training. Our people have written the exams. They've all passed. And we have started the implementation. And very soon, you will hear that NI is ISO certified.
Yaira Koku Deku Akpe Mauna Yao. Thank you so much.
Thank you to my brother. Thank you.
Acting Executive Secretary of the National Identification Authority. And that would be it for Eyewitness News tonight. I am Umaru Sandamado. I did this with the Jubi Wiafia team, produced by Kwabena Wilson, Beverly London, Sami Wiafi. The technical production tonight by Nick Baku. And Imano also helping us with the new media side. We'll be back tomorrow at 17:30 GMT. Thank you for listening and have a good night.
Citi News. We speak first. Reach our hotline on 0302